The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. He is established upon the floods and the seas. Who shall ascend into the hills of the Lord? And who shall stand in his holy place? Yeah. He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not lift his soul from vanity, shall receive the blessings of the Lord, righteousness for his salvation. Amen. Protocol being established. Good evening. Good evening. It is my distinct pleasure, honor, to introduce my friend, Honorable Dr. Gregory Dexter, Countryman. Dr. Countryman was born in Plains, Georgia, same place where I worked, President Jimmy Carter. So you can see that he's from a place that produced great amnesia. Yeah. Married to his wife, Angela Countryman. He's sitting here with his son. Stand up for a minute. This is his son, Gregory Countryman. Wow. So you see, just like the Honorable Judge Richardson just stated, he's following a good example. He was a marshal of Muscogee County. In fact, he made history. He was the first marshal, and not the only marshal, because we don't have that organization anymore. He made history again. He became the first black sheriff of Muscogee County. So history has been made, but history is also being made. So doing your Black History Month ceremonies and everything, remember that we have first black Superior Court judges, assistant generals, marshals, and sheriffs. We need to let our children know that they can be a judge. We let our children know that they can be a sheriff. Is something else out there besides playing basketball, football? Well, I'm not saying that's not wrong, and you should encourage your children to do those things. I'm only telling you that there are alternatives to that also. So, Sheriff Countryman graduated from the former Baker High School. I think everybody in most places know what Baker High School was. This is a Baker High School grad. Okay? He's a member of a lot of social organizations. He's a member of the American Legion. He's a Freemason. And he's also a, I remember the junior marshal program myself, Superior Court Judge B. Richardson, and Sheriff Countryman. He was a marshal then. He spearheaded a group for middle school children called the Junior Marshal Program. And he had us as his board of directors, and this particular program that he started is still continuing. So I'm not going to insult your intelligence anymore because you can read it on the bio. So I present to some and introduce to others my friend, Sheriff Greg Countryman.
Thank you so much for even thinking enough of me to nominate me for such a distinguished award. As I look out in the room, I see a lot of winners out here, and I know that a lot of you have worked hard in the community, and you should all give yourself a hand for what you do in the community. It is the God that this day, that he made, especially for this event, and we're going to rejoice and be glad in it because this is the day that the Lord has made. But I never want to take credit for something that I did not have help with. But before I start, I want to ask that you keep my wife in your prayers, that she's recovering from surgery, and that's why I don't have her here with me, because she's my inhale and I'm her exhale.
All right.
We have my son here with me, my mini-me, Greg Jr. And so he's following. I want to say in good footsteps, but he's my mini-me, and I love him just like I love my wife and my two other kids. But I want to thank the controllers for this event. I want to thank you for the work that you do in the community and the work that you have done in the community for a number of years. If you don't know the work that they do, look at the Red Jackets, and that will associate you with their service to the community. Shirley Chisholm once said that service is the rent that we pay for the privilege of living on this earth. Right. That I didn't get to where I am without you. Ambassador Calvin Smyrie always, and we get on him for using this, and I don't know why I'm using his quote, that if you see a turtle on a fence pole, that he didn't get there on his own. I want to thank each one of you for your trust in having me as your public servant. I want to reach out and thank my campaign team that is also here, that was here for me at tables at 11. If you can raise your hand. These are my friends. And also at table 10, some of my classmates from Baker High School, Skip, Sam, and Mike. We all grew up in Willis Plaza. I'm a product of South Columbus, a proud product of South Columbus. Grew up in Willis Plaza, grew up in Alpine apartments. I never would have thought that I would be standing up on the stage in front of most of them because of my story. I had challenges growing up. I had a really bad stuttering problem. I was like the gentleman that Judge Richardson spoke of that became the servant, that I had to have some friends. And I'm so grateful for Mike, Skip, and Sam for being a part of my life growing up, because when I look at my friends in Willis Plaza, I think about my parents who are no longer here, my grandparents that are no longer here. I know that they would be very, very proud of me through my struggles. Had a really bad stuttering problem. I graduated high school as a special ed student. And so what I would challenge you today is that in part of your service, it's not the outreach that we have to so much focus on. We have to focus on the inreach of a person. Because we can't have outreach unless we have inreach. And this is why my commitment to the community, whether if you're incarcerated, I go into the jail cells all the time, and I tell my wife that I'm really fascinated that how others have problems with inmates, but when I walk into the cell, it's like I'm in my old neighborhood. Because respect should be given at all levels. I don't care if a person is in jail. I don't care what zip code they live in. I don't care if they're blue collar, white collar, but if they don't have no collar at all. We are a community, and we should have a Christ spirit about us, because service is not service unless you genuinely mean it. And service is not service because there's a camera here or there's a room full of people. When I was 14 in my parents' driveway, the Holy Spirit spoke to me for the first time in my life, and when he spoke, I said, "What?" But the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, "It's the things that you do that you don't have to do that will make the difference in your life." I didn't get that until 20 years later. That I did not know that the things that I did that I did not have to do are the things that make the difference in my life. Because I learned early on that persistence overcomes resistance. And if you see a child, a young man with his pants sagging, shake his hand. Because we don't know if he's wearing his brother's clothes because he don't have any clothes to wear. We live in a society that is critical of others, that they may not know the whole story. But we have a lot of people in our community, a lot of single parents in our communities, and a lot of young men that are struggling because they have a lot of noise that they are fighting every single day of their life. Mental health is killing our community. Mental health is killing our community. And this is where that inner reach comes in at. We have to be able to reach these young men and young women and minister to them, because a lot of individuals that we have that are committing crimes really don't know that they're committing these crimes. They don't want to be in jail. A lot of the gang members that we arrest don't want to be in jail. They don't like crime. But mental health has haunted a lot of our youth, a lot of our grown folks between the age of 18 and 34. Schizophrenia is really attacking our community. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to serve. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to serve as your sheriff. And I pray that you pray with me that God will allow me to continue to walk in the spirit of humility. Amen. I don't ever want to have a big S on my chest, but I want to be a humble servant. Thank you, controllers, Civic and Social Club, for this opportunity, and thank you for this nomination. God bless you. And I want to say one other thing before I sit down, because yes, I know my good friend and my brother and my line brother, Judge Ben Stacy Richardson. He's never wanted me to say his middle name publicly, but I think that, where's Reverend Flakes? I know he's in the building, Pastor Franklin. Oh, okay, I have some witnesses here, so I know that the judge is gonna hold me in contempt, so I need you to lay hands on him when he leaves here. And if he gets physical with me, I need you to lay a different kind of hand on him. But Judge Richardson is the type of judge that we need in our community. I can think back to when he was the assistant solicitor and the solicitor, that he said that he is not a persecutor, he's a prosecutor. Pray for our people that are in court, because everybody in jail, they're not all guilty. They're just there due to the circumstances. But I thank God for us having the type of judge that we have in Judge Ben Richardson. May God bless you all going home and bless the journey. Good night. So I don't say good night.
This is the plaque that we are presenting to our sheriff, and it reads as such: Controllers, Civic and Social Club 2022 Community Service Person of the Year, presented to Muscogee County Sheriff Gregory Dexter. Sheriff Countryman is a man of impeccable integrity and inestimable intrepidity. He has earned the respect, admiration, and trustworthiness of the community and his constituents, as well as his subordinates and superiors. He has remained consistently competent and reliable in the performances of his duties. His prudent and professional decisions have ameliorated the sheriff's department and everyone around him. His consistent endeavors and enthusiastic approaches for the concern of others and the performance of his eleemosynary duties have marked him out as a hallmark among his peers. Sheriff Countryman has dedicated enduring time and efforts to the edification of youth, families, and his community, as well as the state. His qualities are truly admirable and worthy of emulation by anyone whom he may come in contact with. May courage continue to light his path. Therefore, it is my privilege and pleasure to recognize Muscogee County Sheriff Gregory Dexter Countryman as our 2020 Community Service Person of the Year. Standing Right President and Auditor